Okay, so after my last little story thingy, I had some one person say I should tell another one, and there's a whole lot of these. So I met this girl. Y'all should pretty much know by now. If it starts out like that, that means either it's gonna be really good or really horrible for me. We met, we chilled, we talked, we bugged out. Things happen, we don't want to get into all that. And so, like I always am, if I'm attracted to the person, I stay cool with them. I don't know about a lot of you kids. I don't believe in the whole hookup culture and one night stand thing. I don't try to like get with everybody and make them wifey, but I at least try to stay friends with them. We can keep having the fun that we had if I at least stay friends. So that's me and this person did. Me and this girl agreed we were gonna do that. Everything's good, everything is great, good, whatever. So one day, the girl hits me with a text saying she wants to come over. She wants to chill, she wants to hang, she wants to talk. This apparently is something, a little more serious. I guess it's the next step in our relationship we don't have. Fast forwarding, so the girl gets here, right? We're talking, we're chilling, having conversation. But what she wanted to talk about was the fun we were having. She wants to be able to do that all the time. Now, I mean, who am I to ruin her fun? Who am I to tell her, that's not what she wants? I mean, I wouldn't do that to nobody. The way the conversation goes is like, hey, blah, blah, blah. Want to talk about doing that more often. And I'm like, oh, okay, my thing is, okay, you're not married. You don't got a boyfriend or nothing. So that was going good, that beginning part of the conversation. But I'm curious. I'm like, all right, let me just ask a quick question. I don't have no problem with it, but why me? Why you want that with me? There are plenty of better looking guys out there. You women have made it your point to show and prove that to me. So what makes me so like you want to come to me with this? So she proceeds to get into the whole, no drama thing. That's like everyone's first thing, especially if they like the drama or they're involved in drama already. They say they don't want drama. And with me, there is no drama. I never have some, hood ass chick that's going to want to fight if she sees another girl around, or some chick who thinks she's hood and just wants to fight because same reasons, right? No problem. So we're going to do that. But now the other reason she gave, she says, and we both didn't want a relationship. When we met without dealing with anybody, and we both said we're not dealing with nobody because we don't want to be involved with nobody, like on a serious level like that. Which was true. I agreed, and that's how things went when we first met, and yay. Then she gets into asking me about S&M. She's like, yeah, so you know what, I never talked to you about that. How'd you get into that? What made you get into it? Blah, blah, blah. I go through that whole story with her, we talking about that. And she's like, yo, I like the idea of it. Never did anything like that before. I know a lot about it. All my friends, into it or whatever the case. I'm like, okay, cool. Well, if you got any questions or, anything you want to try, just let me know, we'll talk about it. Now, she's like, how do you stay in it for so long? Because if you're dealing with someone on that level, isn't that serious? And I'm like, yeah, actually, that is a serious thing. I take S&M very seriously. She's like, okay. And isn't that some, like, a form of a relationship? I'm like, yeah, it actually is, It's just not a boyfriend-girlfriend relationship, but it's a relationship. That's another reason why I take it seriously. And then she hits me with, but you're a dom, right? You have that title. Now I'm like, okay, I think I know where you're going with this. Okay, but yeah, I'm not dealing with nobody or nothing. I don't go out there and try to enslave people. I just, when the opportunity comes, and then sometimes people want to stick around, which is great. And others, most of the time, they don't. Why are you asking me these questions or whatever? She was like, I don't know, that kind of worries me. I made it my point. I thought about it and was like, yo, every time I want to have some fun, I'm going to run over to you because it makes me feel safe. And I'm like, all right, cool. But long story short, she's jealous of the fact that there might be other girls in my life in the future. And I'm like, okay, I can understand the jealousy. I honestly understand that. But wait a minute. None of us are like looking for nothing serious. You're into BDSM, but you don't want to do nothing in it. Fine. You can be as vanilla as you want. I met you that way, and I'm not here to enslave nobody. But you also said you do not want a relationship, and you know that I said that. You're the one that brought that to my attention. She says, yeah, I know, and I meant that. And I'm like, okay, cool. So why are you, what's bothering you? Oh, I just think, if I'm dealing with somebody, it's just, they shouldn't even be dealing with somebody else. I'm like, okay, so you do want some sort of one-on-one type of relationship or something like that. She said, no, I know what I said, and I'm not going back on that. And I'm like, okay, so you don't want nothing like that. And she's like, no, I'm not trying to be stuck, settled down, one person like that, at least not right now. Okay, you're not trying to be stuck and settled down one person. I get that. Then there's a pause. And then she's like, well, what's wrong and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, you're not trying to settle down to be one person right now because whatever you got going on in your life, trying to, work and make your money, whatever, I get it. But if you're not trying to settle down and be with one person, then whoever you're doing something sexual with, that one person, wouldn't that make them free to do whatever they want, just like you're free to do whatever you want? And now she's like, yeah, it would. So I'm like, and that's what you are trying to avoid. And she's like, well, yeah. And I said, okay. So you want that person to be with you and loyal to you. And she's like, no, because that would make it a relationship. Okay, wait. So you're looking for one person you can sleep with because it'll make you feel safe. You don't want to be sleeping around. I get that. But you don't want a relationship, not even with that person. But you want that person to only want to sleep with you and only be sleeping with you because you want to feel safe. And she was like, yeah. Are you saying yeah to the last part or to the whole thing? And she's like, what's so confusing? I'm like, all right, look. You want one guy to only want to deal with you, be free to see you whenever you're free, and have sex with you, and you don't want him doing that with nobody else. You need that man's loyalty because it makes you feel safe. And of course, she said yes. I'm like, okay, that would kind of mean he's settling down with you. And that would be like a relationship. She's like, no, you don't understand. See, this is where you're messing up. How am I messing up? No man should be dealing with a girl, especially me, if he's gonna need to deal with somebody else in any way. Ugh. Does that not mean this man is trying to be loyal to you? She says, yes. So you want this man's loyalty? She says, yes. So that would mean this man is not messing around, and that would mean you're not messing around sleeping with another guy when you go in heat. And she was like, exactly. That's what I'm looking for because it's safer and I ain't gonna worry about drama and all that. Okay, that makes it some kind of relationship. Why don't you just say you're looking for that? No, I don't want that because I don't want to be tied down to nobody, especially no one person. Okay, now I'm confused. You want me to not have any more company, not meet people, not hang out with my friends if out of a couple of thousand of them, one of them is remotely attracted to me because I'm having sex with you. Of course, she's like, yeah, I mean, are you so into being alternative that you don't understand why that makes sense, how it's safe? I'm like, no, I get how it's safe. If I was a person that kept drama around me, I get how it keeps you out the drama. I get all that. What I'm not getting is, how are you telling somebody you want to be loyal to them and you want them to be loyal to you, especially sexually, and it's not anything important, not some sort of relationship? She says, because it's not. I said, okay, explain to me again why it's not. She was like, if a dude is going to even look at another girl, period, and find her attractive, he should not be nowhere near me because that's mad disrespectful. I don't care what lifestyle he's in, BDSM or anything. I was like, then you're looking for a relationship. And her reply was, you know what? This was a bad fucking idea. I'm leaving. I'm sorry I bothered you. It was good meeting you and talking to you. I had a good few months being your friend, but I don't think you're the kind of person I need in my life. You're too negative. And I was like, listen, bitch, bye. My door is right there. Matter of fact, I ain't even gonna walk into the door. You can leave. All right, well, you ain't have to worry about contacting me. And at that point, I show her name in my phone and my finger hitting the button called delete. She leaves, and on her way out, she gets outside the building. I hear her saying, you know what, you a fucking asshole. Fuck you. I hope you catch something and die. And I just bust out laughing. Okay, so the point of the story was for me to ask a question. What the fuck did I do wrong? She could have just told me, I kind of just want to only be having sex with you, and hopefully you will feel the same. And I would have been like, the vampirism in me ain't gonna let me do that. But man, do I have respect for you for actually opening your mouth and saying that. It's not really gonna bother me none to not be having sex with you. I'm lying. This girl's body was so amazing. This girl was so cute. She had a schoolgirl. You don't understand. The schoolgirl skirt with UFOs on, and the colors blended perfectly, and I was like, whoa, why are you in the hood? It bothered me that I would not touch this girl again, and I haven't seen her or spoken to her since. And I'm thinking, was seeing her, the 1 or 2 times I did see her, even worth it? Yeah, it was fucking worth it. I mean, the best thing about this whole story is I tore that girl the fuck down. I took her down so bad. She's the one that came back and wanted to have something with me. So it's a good thing I did that before she left. Now I'm glad I don't see her no more, and I'm glad I haven't seen her in the last couple of years, and I'm glad I haven't spoken to her, and I'm proud of myself for a change. If you can help unconfuse me, I will give away some sort of giveaway. I haven't worked that part out yet. I didn't think that far ahead yet. So, anyway, that's my story.